Schumer says it's absurd. The House hasn't proved anything. He's going to get rid of it very quickly. I know you feel differently about that.
Well, the United States House of Representatives has impeached a cabinet official, made serious charges after a thorough investigation. As I said last week, we're not talking about some snowbro who eats chicken McNuggets and smokes weeds and has an opinion. This is the United States House of Representatives. In the past 200-plus years, we've had 21 impeachments by the United States House of Representatives. We've always held a trial in the Senate unless the impeached official quit. We ought to do it now. Senator Schumer is coming up with all kind of excuses and talking about how many lawyers can dance on the head of a pin. He's trying to muddy the water to make it look deep. It's not deep. It's simple. He doesn't want to have the United States Senate examine Secretary Mayorkas's and President Biden's open border policy that the American...
And I absolutely hate everybody here that is doing this. I mean, I seriously hate them for doing this to the American people and paying for the murder and slaughter of people in Ukraine. Vladimir Putin has not said he wants to go march across Europe and take Europe. And the reality is Ukraine is not even a NATO member nation.
The thing we need to do, and this is what we're about to, the House Republicans are about to enter legislation into the record that will ensure that no illegal can vote in a federal election. You have to prove you're a citizen instead of, as the law currently states, just checking a box to say it. Maria, we have so many illegals in the country. They could tilt the election if this happened. If just 1 in 100 illegals decided to vote in a federal election, it could swing congressional races, and it might even swing presidential election. You could talk about hundreds of thousands of votes potentially. So we have to do everything possible to make sure that this election is secure. It's a #1 priority of the American people.
Mr. Speaker, thanks very much.
Shit. I don't get it. I really don't. I don't understand what's going on. My brain is fizzled just trying to begin to work out why is it lies, lies, lies are the order of the day. It used to be there was kind of two ways of doing politics. It was state-funded, put money into state public services, etc., or more capitalist, support private industries, etc. You could understand the two sides of the argument. There's now a third side of the argument, which is just basically lies and BS to, I have no idea what people like Tim Scott, Diaper Don, Nancy Mace, Matt Gaetz, Kevin McCarthy, I don't get it. Not interested in the truth, Marjorie Taylor Greene, not interested in representing you or anybody else, but they have the vote. What is it exactly they are doing with it? Moaning, whinging and complaining, always on social media, always saying the world's going to fall in, and people lap it up, they believe it.
From now, the entire world will witness the commencement of the very first Biden trial. They're all Biden trials, you know that, right? And I'm proud to do it for you. Have a good time watching. Have a good time watching. On Monday in New York City, I will be forced to sit fully gagged. I'm not allowed to talk. Can you believe it? They want to take away my constitutional right to talk. I have a crooked judge. This has never happened before, by the way. You do know that, right? Fully gagged before a highly conflicted and corrupt judge who suffers from TDS. Does anyone know what TDS is? Correct. Trump derangement syndrome.
And as he expressed last night in Pennsylvania to a massive crowd of people that were on their feet clapping and cheering, is that the sad truth is this would have never happened to Israel if President Trump were still in the White House. Just a few years ago, there was peace in the Middle East. President Trump got Arab nations to come to the table to negotiate peace deals with Israel that never spoke before he was the negotiator in chief. He signed historic sanctions on the Iranian regime, cutting off the neck of the Iranians. They had never been more weak, more broke. And just just in a matter of a few years, Joe Biden has reversed all of President Trump's very effective policies, and now they have been emboldened, and we've seen that aggression. The world is in chaos right now because of Joe Biden's weakness, and it just shows how petty and ridiculous this trial that we have starting in New York is tomorrow. When the world is at war, when our border is under invasion by terrorists and criminals, when inflation is increasing, the Democrats and Joe Biden are focused on prosecuting the former president of the United States.
You give Elon Musk some money and suddenly you get your blue tick and you join in on it. They push all the garbage in the hope that they get retweets, they get views, and they can monetize it. It's always a grift going on. But the thing I don't really understand is nobody questions the garbage. Some of what Diaper Don had to say at his rally was just, it's outrageous. It really is just outrageous. But it's okay, isn't it? Nobody really says anything. Ha ha ha, hee hee hee. Why? Every day, Fox just lie. They really do. It's not news. I know they've got news in their title. And then you've got a whole load of people who have podcasts, yeah? And they're not. It's all opinion. It's never really looking at any news. It's never really understanding the debate, understanding the arguments that go into forming an opinion. It's just rhetoric. Same old rhetoric, same old bitter rhetoric, same old feel bad and blame everybody.
Is it crazy, really? Just this week it was reported that an illegal alien, and you just look at this, what's happening.
Always a lot of homophobia, borderline racism, Islamophobia, anything they can put in. It's everyone else's fault. And people have made huge careers out of it. The world has been ending for how long now? How long has the world been ending, according to various different politicians, normally the Trumpy Trump type? Why is there so much cynicism? Why is Trump allowed to say right now, if he doesn't win, the world ends? Is it fear? Are they selling fear? Are they selling insecurity? What is it? If you watch Fox non-stop, what is it that Fox does for you? Because it's easy for me to say what it doesn't do for you. Just tell me the story. Go on.
Did you speak with President Trump privately about what Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing?
I spent hours with the president on Friday. He and I talk frequently, many times, usually in a week. We have a long relationship. He's 100% with me, and he said, we'll get this job done. That's a distraction. What Marjorie's done with the motion to vacate is not helpful for our party, for our mission to save the country, because if we don't grow the House majority, keep the House majority, win the Senate, and win back the White House for President Trump, we're going to lose the Republic. You know, Maria, we often say the next election cycle is the most important one in our lifetime. Everyone knows this is for all the marbles. People are fed up. The American people are fed up. President Biden's open borders with his inflation and the cost of living and the out-of-control spending, the weakness on the world stage and the weaponization of the government, we have to stop it. What we need to do right now, and we will be, our party needs to stay united. We need to go out and tell the American people how we'll be different. Not just what we're against, but what we're for, what our agenda is going to be, and how we're going to turn this country around. I'm absolutely bullish on the election cycle. I think we're going to do that.
Speaker, you said that.
Let me know the story. What is the story? You know the story? There's got to be a story. There's got to be a reason. There's always a reason. It doesn't just happen. You don't just saw, oh, where's the remote? Where's the remote? Oh, Fox. Oh, breaking news. It's all toilet. But people are sitting, watching and listening. Why? I am missing something. Why?